morning, Professor. Today I'm talking about lab 6. In question 1, in logic, an interpretation is a way to give meaning to symbols. It shows that what each symbol means and decides if each statement is true or false. This lets us check if the statements make sense and if they are true or false in that interpretation. And in question 2, a model is an interpretation where every statement in a knowledge base is true. It's like a setup where all rules and facts work together without any conflict. So if a certain interpretation makes every rule and fact in the knowledge base true, we call it a model of the knowledge base. In question 3, if a knowledge base entails a proposition, it means that based on the facts and rules in the knowledge base, the proposition has to be true in every possible setup of that knowledge base. So if the knowledge base logically leads to the proposition, it entails it. And in question 4, a soundproof procedure only produces statements that are actually true. If it says something is true, then that statement must truly be correct according to the knowledge base. This way, we don't end up proving things that are wrong. In question 5, a complete proof procedure can prove every statement that's logically true based on the knowledge base. In other words, if a statement is true in all possible setups, then the proof procedure should be able to show it. Completeness means it won't miss any true statements. So now we're looking at the second part. So there are 3 knowledge bases. If B is true, then A must be true. If C is true, then D must be true. And C must be true. So now we are going to go through each interpretation and check whether each rule holds. And interpretation 1. If B is true, since B is true, so A must be true. So which is right. Since C is false, but C must be true. So there's no requirements of D when C is false. So contradiction here. So this is not a model. And interpretation 2, since B is true and C must be true, since C is true and D must be true, but here D is false, so contracts the knowledge base. So it's not a model. And interpretation 3, if B is true, then A is false. There's a contradiction, so it's not a model. And if B is false here, and we don't know if B is false, there's no requirement of the knowledge base. So, but if C is true, if D is true, then C must be true, and this satisfied with this. So it's satisfied with this knowledge base. So we say it's a model. And in next part, from the according to the knowledge base that you gave us, that there are 4 entailments here. So for the entailment 1, if A to be true, then B must be true. However, knowledge base does not specify that B is true, so it only shows that if B were true, then A would also be true. So we can't conclude that A is entailed by knowledge base. And because B is not guaranteed to be true in every model, so it's not true. And in entailment 2, the knowledge base that there is no rule that we can know in the knowledge base that B is true. So B is not entailed by knowledge base. So it's not. And in entailment 3, the knowledge base says that C must be true. And C must be true in all models of knowledge base. So C is entailed by knowledge base. And in entailment 4, says C, if C is true, then D must be true, and we know that C must be true. So D must be true. So D is entailed by knowledge base. So that's all. Thank you.